Alright, so I went to Ace and got some, not some bolts, just some small stuff, and some Loctite as well. I think that's over there. But this, I don't think I'll put this one in backwards like this. I think I'll put it in the other way, just so I can show you guys though. Be one there, one here, and on this side there's a gap. There's a gap here. If it focuses. Okay, yeah, see that gap? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a nut on this side and then one on this side, both with Loctite, and they will pinch this one and it'll be tight enough where it'll hold this in place because it flexes a little bit. And if I get that just right, then I won't worry about moving up and down. That's the main concern about this setup here, is that moving it up and down too much. And we'll do that side as well. And I think I can get it over far enough that it's out of the way of the belt there. That's what it's going to be like. Now it's time to take it out and paint the bracket. And I think I'm just going to do black. I'm not going to do anything down fancy. And we're one step closer. Okay, look at that. Everything is in place and ready to go. The bracket is Loctited on both sides. Every nut has Loctite on it. I gotta tighten that one. But I sandwiched that one and didn't do that one. That's solid though, so I'm not too worried about it. Once the Loctite dries, I'm not gonna worry about it at all. Let's see what else. Then gonna finish tighten those down because that's just hand tight, so I can get it where I want it. But now I got plugs. I'm gonna plug each side, and tonight I'm gonna buy one for that. Once I do that, then I should be good to go to start on the next part of it. But this is the bracket part, probably the longest part of it, because I didn't record anything about me buying all these parts and stuff like that. I just did the fabrication part, which is fine, because these are just from Lowe's. I think they're both like 40 bucks a piece, somewhere in there. Then fittings probably 15, 20 bucks at the most, probably closer to 15 bucks for these fittings. I mean, this bar was like $5, $6. So, and these bolts I already had. So you can save some money by doing it this way rather than buying a air compressor that you can have on board. This is a built-on onboard system, which I'm super excited about. But that's it for now. We're gonna wait for the parts to show up, then we'll continue. So today I got some 3/8 rubber hoses, 250 psi. It's oil resistant, heat resistant type stuff. $44 or $33 or something like that on Amazon. 50 foot of it. I think that'll be plenty. But if Austin wants to get over here, let you see.
Sorry, I'm mentally disabled.
You can't be saying that. No. So we're gonna map it out and cut it today and see what else we can do. So after I tightened all these fittings and everything, I got an adapter from 3/8 to 1/4 inch, and that's what every fitting is that I can find anyway.
So I can't. This might be
Moving
thing.
on. So we're just going to fit this to go back here. This is where the tank is going to be, back here, and then we're going to go under. We're going to go under the tub and all that, so it's out of the way of being able to see and stuff. We're also going to start setting up quick release valves on the front rear. I don't know exactly where I want to put it yet. Probably on the passenger side, but probably under here, up under here, under the mount of the blinker here, probably somewhere here. We're going to drill that out and put it in. Then back here, on the passenger side, because that's where all the tank is going to be. Probably over here on the back side near the tail light. back here, somewhere there. So when I'm off-roading, it's not sticking out somewhere where it could get clipped and break off, and I have a leak and I can't use my onboard air. So we'll go ahead and get this started. I'm not going to hook it up here because I'm just probably going to take it off to cut it and everything. I'm going to cut it with about 2 foot of slack, and I'm going to fasten it down all the way up until the back. We're just going to have him hang out in the back until I get a tank. The tank I'm looking for is expensive, so I don't have money right now.
Very expensive. Ow. Help.
But we're going to follow the frame down here. You can see it down here. We're going to follow the frame all the way down. Probably on the outside, not the inside, because the motor's right here. I might have to get some oh crap.
Help.
Oh, exhaust wrap, the heat shield wrap to put around it, just to help melt it, or help not melt it rather.
Wow.
How to prevent it.
Bless you.
Where the hell? Oh, he's on the roof. Across the street. So we're gonna shove it down here. So I'll probably, the length is going to be fine because I'm going to have a bunch of slack. But depending on where I want to go with it, I could right up here by the shock mount, come out to the outside and go along here, or stay up top. I might stay up top so it's out of the way of debris for a lot of the time. But we're gonna go over here and
You good?
no.
Oh, okay.
There's a hole there. We're gonna have to drill through the tub. I'm gonna have to figure out what size I need so I can later buy a grommet or two so I don't have leaks and stuff like that. So that'll give me plenty of room here. I'm not gonna cut that yet. I want to drill that out before we go ahead and do any cutting on the hose. So I'll get the drill set up. We'll be right back.
Cool. I don't want to get up.
This is not a funny channel, Austin.
Never said it was gonna be funny. We could be lazy.
Okay.
We are back. Finally.
Indeed. Now we gotta figure out where's a good place to be drilling at. Okay.
Oh, low battery.
That's fine. It's only 20%. Right about there should be okay. Okay, so can I fit that without fucking the maybe? It'll be fine.
Words of wisdom.
Actually, don't think it will. Might have to take the tire off so I can get the drill in straight so it doesn't mess with any here, like I see the camera. Okay, so what we're dealing with here is that I want to drill right about there. I can't see anything. Fuck. Hold on. Holding on. Technology at its finest. Okay, so I want to drill up here somewhere in there, but the tire's in the way, so we're going to jack up the Jeep, just put it on a stand, take the tire off so I can get in there with straight, because if I go in there straight, the hole will be more clean. I will have a lesser chance of breaking the bit and binding the metal and all that, and going in straight make it a lot easier. And taking the tire off will make it easier too, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that. We'll be right back while we do that.
Welcome back. We have
Yes,
now taken
welcome.
the tire off.
Tire is off. I need to clean my brakes. That's another day. But
Take a power washer to it.
power washer, yeah, it's fine. So we're gonna figure out a good place to drill. I think somewhere in this area will be okay. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna start off drilling.
Do you advise anybody at home to do this?
Sure. I mean, if they want to do it this way that I'm doing it, sure, you're welcome to. Oh, okay. So there's a coating on the bottom of the Jeep. You got to get through that first. It's not hard, but it looks like it's the factory, like bed liner.
Factory
for the,
set bed lining.
for the underbody of it.
Ah.
So the diameter of the, does this fit? Hell yeah, it does. So the had to get a pretty big drill bit. The diameter of the hose is not 3/8. It's the inside that's 3/8. So you got what size is this?
Big as hell.
11/16.
Ah,
Big.
huge.
One of the biggest ones I could find. I'd rather not go buy a big ass fucking one. I hope this fits. When you're drilling with such a big thing, a big drill bit, it likes to get bind up. So you just say fuck it.
Oh. Ignore that. Hey, you want that sucker going full speed, maybe?
Ah.
Well, I don't think the drill's supposed to be spinning.
Progress.
Yay!
Made a hole.
Woo-hoo.
Still don't think that's big enough, but it's fine. Let's see where we ended
That
up.
is one big drill bit.
It's not bad. Let me go find the file. And...
We'll be right back.
Yes.
Sweet. Yeah, we're back.
Yes, I got a rat tail file. I think that's what they call it. And we're just filing the hole so it's not as rough around the edges, so it doesn't hurt the hose. What we'll probably end up doing
Oh wow, there it is.
is,
There's another Jeep.
yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, nice.
That's like a YJ version of a Cherokee.
I don't know much about Jeeps.
Ooh.
I'm a cameraman.
Yeah, here, let me see.
Does it fit?
No,
Oh.
come here.
Ah. Alright, I'm coming.
Can they see that?
Yeah.
So there's the hole I did. Not quite big enough. So I can see if I can find a bigger drill bit to fit in that. And then probably gonna have to order a grommet for it. And a grommet is a rubber piece that goes around the edge of the hole so it doesn't cut up anything that's going through. They're pretty cheap. I just don't know if I have one for the size I'm gonna be drilling. So we're gonna find another drill bit. Ouch. We'll be back.
We'll be back. We're back. With a bigger bit.
Bigger.
Woohoo.
13/16. I really hope this is bigger. Or big enough.
Didn't we already go over this before, bro?
For what?
Just like start it and just like go. Oh.
Yes, ignore that. We'll be back.
Oh, okay.